Welcome to Tech Cyru. Ever wondered what ransomware is and how it can affect you? Well, let's unravel this digital demon together. Ransomware is a type of malicious software, or malware, that encrypts a victim's files and holds them hostage. Imagine an invisible burglar sneaking into your digital home, locking up your precious memories, your work, your life, and then demanding a ransom to give it all back. That's ransomware for you. The cybercriminals behind these attacks demand payment, usually in hard-to-trace cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, in exchange for the decryption key. This key is the only thing that can unlock your files and restore your access. It's a nefarious game of digital cat and mouse. There are two main types of ransomware you need to be aware of: lock-screen ransomware and encryption ransomware. Lock-screen ransomware is like a barricade at your front door. It prevents you from accessing your device entirely. On the other hand, encryption ransomware is more like a stealthy thief. It creeps into your device, encrypts your files and leaves them on your device, but in a state that's unreadable without the decryption key. How these cybercriminals spread ransomware is quite clever and, admittedly, a bit scary. They often use phishing emails, infected websites, and unpatched software vulnerabilities to sneak ransomware into your device. Once inside, it can then move laterally across a network, infecting more and more systems, thus increasing its potential ransom. Ransomware isn't just a nuisance, it's a serious threat that can cause significant damage and loss of data. It has become a lucrative business model for cybercriminals, with some groups even earning millions from their illicit activities. It's like a digital underworld where data is the currency, and everyone's a potential target. So, it's essential to understand what ransomware is, how it works, and the potential threat it poses. Because knowledge is power. And in this case, it's the power to protect yourself from becoming a victim of a ransomware attack. Remember, prevention is always better than cure, especially when it comes to cybersecurity. Ransomware is a serious threat that can cause significant damage and loss of data. Stay tuned for more on how ransomware spreads, the business behind it, and most importantly, how to protect yourself from it. Now, you might be wondering how ransomware spreads. Well, it's a bit like a cold virus, only it infects your computer instead of your body. One of the most common ways is through phishing emails. These are deceptive emails that appear to be from a trusted source, but have a hidden, malicious intent. They often contain a link or an attachment that, when clicked, unleashes the ransomware onto your device. Infected websites are another source. You might be browsing the web, innocently clicking on links when you stumble upon a site that's been compromised. Just visiting the site can trigger a download of ransomware. Thirdly, cybercriminals exploit vulnerabilities in software. If your system isn't up to date, it could have weak spots that ransomware can slip through. Once inside, it can move laterally across a network, infecting multiple systems. Understanding how ransomware spreads is the first step to protecting yourself. But why do cybercriminals go to such lengths to spread ransomware, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in the lucrative nature of this malicious business. Ransomware is not merely a digital pest, it's a cash cow for cybercriminals. The business model is simple but effective: infect, encrypt, and demand a ransom. Victims, desperate to regain access to their files, often pay up, making this a profitable venture for the perpetrators. It's a high-stakes game of digital blackmail, and the cybercriminals are raking in the profits. Some groups have reportedly made millions from ransom payments. Imagine that. Earning millions by simply sending out malicious software and waiting for the money to roll in. It's a twisted form of entrepreneurship, fueled by the anonymity and untraceability offered by cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. So, ransomware isn't just about causing chaos or disruption. It's a business, a dark and illegal one, but a business nonetheless. Ransomware is not just a nuisance, it's a multi-million-dollar business. So how can you protect yourself from falling victim to a ransomware attack? Let's delve into some strategies that can help fortify your defenses. First and foremost, stay vigilant about your online behavior. Avoid suspicious downloads and links, as they are common launchpads for ransomware. The internet can be a minefield, and one wrong click can detonate a trap. So tread carefully. Next, keep a lifeline for your data, regular backups. Back up your files frequently and don't just store them on your device or local network. Opt for an offline or cloud-based location, which keeps your backup out of the reach of ransomware. If you're hit with an attack, You can restore your files from this safe haven, effectively neutralizing the ransom threat. Now let's talk about your digital armor, your operating system and software. Keeping them updated is like fortifying your castle with the latest defense mechanisms. Updates often patch vulnerabilities, which are the chinks in your armor that ransomware can exploit, so don't put off those updates. Passwords are your first line of defense, so make them strong, unique, and change them often. Enable multi-factor authentication wherever possible to add an extra layer of security. It's like having a moat around your castle, an additional hurdle for attackers to cross. And of course, don't forget about your security toolkit. Arm yourself with antivirus software, firewalls, and access controls to limit the spread of ransomware. These tools are your knights in shining armor, ready to fight off the invaders. Lastly, always have an incident response plan ready. If a ransomware attack does happen, knowing how to react can limit the damage. Disconnect infected devices from the network to prevent the ransomware from spreading, and seek professional help if needed. By taking these steps, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to a ransomware attack. Remember, in the digital world, a good defense is the best defense. Stay safe out there. But what if you do become a victim of ransomware, what then? It's a question that no one wants to face, but preparation is key. Your response to a ransomware attack begins with having an incident response plan. This plan should be comprehensive, detailing the immediate steps to take the moment an attack is detected. A crucial first move is disconnecting infected devices from your network to prevent the ransomware from spreading to other systems. While it may be tempting to pay the ransom and get it over with, this is not recommended. It's a hard truth, but paying the ransom doesn't guarantee the decryption of your files. In fact, it may even incentivize the cybercriminals to target you again in the future. Instead, focus on restoring your system's backed up data and informing the relevant authorities about the attack. Being prepared and knowing how to respond can limit the damage of a ransomware attack and speed up recovery. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.